here on CNN News 18 with me, Poonam Burde. Former Congress Member of Parliament and a senior leader, Rahul Gandhi, is in the United States for his last 3 days. The comments that he's made in the last 3 days have all made headlines. He's been leading a program called Mohabbat Ki Dukaan. He's been interacting with students and members of the press as well. A comment that he now made last night has triggered a big controversy back home here in India. Defending his party's 50-year-old alliance with the Indian Union Muslim League in Kerala, Rahul Gandhi said that the Muslim League is a secular party. He made this comment while he was taking questions from the media during his interaction at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. He was asked about his party's stand on secularism and how it fits in with one of their allies being the IUML. This comment from Rahul Gandhi has now raised the hackles of the BJP. A mega war of words erupted right after that comment was made. It was late last night here, perhaps about 1 a.m., but the BJP started hitting out at Rahul Gandhi and the Congress on social media right then. We then had a slew of reactions coming to the fore from both sides. Let me take you through the comments that were made. First, what Rahul Gandhi said and the response that came to the fore from the BJP. Rahul Gandhi, while he was in the US, said that the Indian Union Muslim League is completely secular. To which the BJP hit back at the ex-Wayanad MP and accused him and his party of embodying the ideology of Jinnah, one of the key figures behind the partition of the country. Rahul Gandhi then defended the Muslim League, asserting that its secular nature and dismissing any claims of non-secularism. To which the BJP said that Rahul's remarks and his defense of the IUML is nothing but driven by political considerations related to his former constituency now, Wayanad. So why does the BJP think that this is nothing but political compulsion for Rahul Gandhi? They say it's because it's not just the Congress that needs IUML support for the Wayanad seat. Unfortunately for Rahul Gandhi, he is no longer an MP from there. But the alliance is also a significant part of the Congress's larger scheme of things. The IUML has had an alliance with the Congress in Kerala for 5 decades now. The IUML is also the second largest party in the Congress alliance in Kerala. It backed the Congress in the recently held Karnataka elections. The IUML did not contest there and supported all of the Congress's candidates. The IUML was also part of the DMK Congress alliance in 2021 elections in Tamil Nadu. An IUML leader, E. Ahmed, has served as an MOS for external affairs for 10 long years in the UPA government. That is the history between the two parties, between that alliance. So why has Rahul calling IUML secular turned into a political slugfest now? Let's look at the history of the Muslim League and its present political standing. That should give you some perspective. The Indian Union Muslim League is a political outfit that's based primarily in Kerala. The founding members, Muhammad Ismail and KMCT, had roots in Jinnah's Muslim League. The members who stayed in India formed the IUML in 1948. The government since then has been keeping a close watch on this league for a decade after its existence. In fact, the first Prime Minister of our country, Jawaharlal Nehru, had asked Lord Mountbatten to advise Ismail to abandon the idea of forming a party. We're learning there are some reports that speak of how Jawaharlal Nehru even dubbed the Muslim League as a quisling in Indian politics. Nehru hinted that the Muslim League's loyalty lies elsewhere and not to this country. It's the same party that the Congress is now in alliance with. There's a CBI report that accuses the IUML of planning the Kerala massacre of 2003 as well. In 2021, not too long ago, the Chief Minister of Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan, called this party highly communal. That's the past, that's the present of this particular party. Secular or not, that's up for debate. But the IUML has had its fair share of controversies like any other political party, let me say that. Let me just recount, though, some of the instances where controversy has been quoted by this particular party, at least in the last 4 years. 2022 is when the IUML said that it's dangerous for boys and girls to sit together in a classroom in school. A year before that, in 2021, the IUML opposed the government's move to raise women's legal marriage age that happened inside the parliament. In 2019, they opposed the triple talaq. They said that the government's real intention was to create a distraction. In 2019, they opposed the 10% reservation bill for economically backward classes as well. In 2019, they instructed allegedly CAA protesters not to pay the UP government for the damages despite the court having asked them to do so. Which is why we now ask whether this entire controversy over Rahul Gandhi's IUML remark, is it about secularism or is it just a stunt? That's the big debate tonight.
Welcome, sir.
Muslim League is a completely secular party.
Right.
There's nothing non-secular about Muslim League.
मुस्लिम लीग को धर्मनिरपेक्ष कहना ये मानसिकता ज्यादा खतरनाक है।
वो मुस्लिम लीग है जिससे भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने नागपुर में गठबंधन किया था। ये वो मुस्लिम लीग है जिसको अटल जी पसंद करते थे।
So this kind of mindset of the Congress is an open statement of their vote bank politics that a Muslim league for them is secular.
Joining me on the debate tonight, spokesperson of the BJP, Rajeev Panday, spokesperson of the Congress, Sujata joins us. Historian, Professor Kapil Kumar is with me, and Atiq-ur Rehman, Islamic scholar, also joins us on this broadcast. But I'd like to begin by asking Sujata of the Congress party. Sujata, Rahul Gandhi says that there is nothing non-secular or unsecular about the IUML. But let me read out what the IUML website, the organization, the political party's website in itself says. They say the IUML operates in the political ideology of a strong emphasis on a pro-Muslim community. The Muslim League Kerala State Committee is the only Muslim community catering organization that has maintained a steady presence in the Indian Parliament. So a party that talks about emphasis on one particular religion, can you call them secular then?
Can you call the Bharatiya Janata Party secular then? But the irony of this whole thing is that today the word secular is being accepted by the BJP as being secular. And they're questioning whether the IUML is secular or not. But definitely one thing is there, that Nehruji, because he questioned the Muslim League which was formed after partition in 1948, now BJP is accepting Nehruji's greatness as well. So that those are the two good things which have happened. But let me remind you that a secular party is a party which will obviously talk about its own community or its people or its region, but that does not mean that they are going to spread hatred against another religion. That is what being secular is all about. The party which talks about secularism in such in the manner in which Bharatiya Janata Party does, I can only say that they have short-circuited in their brains. And just like they equated Bajrang Dal with Bajrang Baliji, they are equating India's Muslim League with Pakistan's Muslim League because they love the Pakistanis. And that is why they're doing it. However, they were in power in the Nagpur municipality because they were 11 seats short at one point of time. So they allied with the IUML. So let us just remember that this country is secular and the election commission is where this party needs to go to and the chiller troll needs to go to ask why is it that there are 3 Lok Sabha MPs and 1 Rajya Sabha MP from the IUML. Is it not an Indian party? Or are they trying to say that Indian parties are non-secular? Are they accepting that they are communal?
Sure, and I'll have the BJP spokesperson respond to that. Rajeev Panday is with us on this broadcast. But Sujata, let me, to you and to everybody else on this panel, let's please maintain decorum and not use personal attacks against anyone, and let's stick to the subject at hand. But Rajeev Panday, while you accuse the Congress party of, or Rahul Gandhi, of attaching the tag of secular to the IUML, are you conveniently forgetting the time you wanted to rule in the municipal corporation in Nagpur and that's why you decided to join hands with the IUML? Isn't that a valid question to ask?
No, Poonamji, if BJP had joined hands with IUML or not, that is not the debate. BJP had joined hands even with Mahbooba Mufti for some time in Jammu and Kashmir. The issue is not that. The character cannot be lost because BJP had joined. There are 2-3 aspects, as you have rightly in your opening comments in your report. You have categorically stated everything which was very good for the people of this country to judge that who was the founder of IUML. And now why Congress party is going and talking gaga about the Indian Muslim League? You know, a Congress spokesperson is saying that Muslim League of Pakistan, this is completely wrong. That Muslim League was formed in India to divide this country and they have succeeded. And then they created Pakistan. After that, that member of that party only, Muhammad Ismail, formed this organization. And what in your report said, even Nehruji was not liking this kind of things. Today, Congress has gone long way from 1947 to 2023, in which the party which was responsible, their ideology. What is party, ma'am? Poonamji, what is party? A party is can be understood by their ideology. What is the ideology? What was the ideology of Muslim League, which divided this country? And on the same ideology, Indian Union Muslim League, only name was changed. I'll tell you, when Sheikh Abdullah first formed the party, Muslim Conference, but the moment he realized, he changed the color and made it National Conference. It is like that. The issue is why Rahul Gandhi is going and talking all these things in USA. I'll tell you the reason, very simple. First, he is talking to his funders. He was talking to his funders to get more funds. That is one. Because whenever he goes out of this country, he talks ill about the country. So first is the funder. Second, his constituency. Now he has lost, I think, out of 80 seats. Congress party cannot contest any seats, election on any seats of the Uttar Pradesh or Bihar.
Sure, so this is out of appeasement is what the BJP says. Sujata Paul, you wanted to come in. Go ahead. Before I get in the other two gentlemen on the panel. Go ahead, Sujata Paul.
To win a seat.
Sure, you made your point, Rajeev Panday. Sujata Paul, go ahead.
I dare the Prime Minister to go abroad and say that the Muslim League in India is a non-secular party and it is a party which needs to be thrown out, or the people don't need to contest elections on their ticket. Let me be very clear that there are 3 Lok Sabha MPs and 1 Rajya Sabha MP in that parliament, which was inaugurated by the Prime Minister. Are you going to throw them out? It's up to you. Do it. You have... No, that you'll have to answer why they are there. And let me also remind you that Bashir, who was the education minister of Kerala, he established the largest Sanskrit university in the country in Kerala. And he was part of this particular party. So stop calling them non-secular. They are part of this country. And you keep talking about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. Let's understand, it's not Sahib Ka Saath and Sahib Ka Vikas. It is Sabka. And Sabka includes every party which has been authenticated by the Election Commission to contest elections, and they're winning elections as well. That's why you had to hang on to them. Like in Meghalaya with 2 seats, you rushed to Mr. Conrad Sangma, who you were accusing of so many things. The two-nation theory was brought about by the Hindu Mahasabha, Savarkar and Jinnah. So you are together in that. But also tell me, Sardar Patel was against RSS also, and he banned the RSS. He put Golwalkar in jail and Savarkar in jail. Did he or didn't he? So things change, no? But we have never derogated the RSS after that. It is now that you've come to that state where you become so communal and you polarize voters to such an extent that you need to be called out.
Go ahead, Rajeev.
Poonamji, first of all, Congress party is going and talking about the giving certificate to the secularism and communal, and that too not in the country, outside the country. That is their job. But what I wish to say, even PFI before banning, when central government banned Popular Front of India, before that,
why did you join the hands of IUML in the Nagpur municipality? Can you tell us?
Sujata Paul, you had your time uninterrupted.
I didn't disturb anybody. This is very unfair.
Let him finish his point. I will come back to you.
I'm concluding. Senior historian is sitting. I just want to take 30 more seconds. Only I am saying one thing. The issue is PFI before banning. We're also contesting election. I am not talking about that whether IUML.
But that's irrespective. Let's not digress, Rajeev Panday. The issue at hand is about the IUML, and I want to get in Professor Kumar as well. I want to get in Professor Kumar as well, because I want a historian's view of whether or not there is a difference or there isn't a difference between Jinnah's Muslim League and the IUML, the present day IUML that we see. Because Professor Kumar, we've seen the kind of narratives that have come from both the political parties, but as a neutral voice, please tell our viewers, is there a difference or not? Is there anything to this debate at all?
I think I'll be given equivalent time which you have given to do these persons.
Sir.
You see this, and I'll take a historical background and then I will say what I have to say in that. This Mohabbat Ki Dukaan was opened first time by Congress in 2016 when they did the Lucknow Pact with Muslim League and accepted separate electorates. The second step was in 1920-21 when they supported the Khilafat movement, which had nothing to do with India. And that's the time when Jinnah was secular and Jinnah had opposed Khilafat movement, saying it had nothing to do with India, and that secular Jinnah was converted into a communal Jinnah by the actions of the Congress. Please, Miss Dr. Paul, don't interfere me. Let me complete the things. Now, second thing, 1946.
Answer and if you want to talk
Please
about
let me.
Sujata Paul, nobody interrupted you when you had your time. Sujata Paul, Sujata Paul, I will have to.
She should have the basic.
Please, I request you to give Professor Kumar. He's a senior historian. Please give him his time. I will come back to you if you have any rebuttals to make. Professor Kumar, go ahead.
There were 13 Muslim parties in India led by Obaidullah from Sindh, which opposed the demand of Pakistan. But the Congress never bothered to take them in confidence. They always ran after Jinnah. In 47, Congress accepted partition of this country on communal lines. But now here comes the crux. Can you believe that a country which has been divided into India and Pakistan on the demand of Muslim League, 25 representatives of the Muslim League after the creation of Pakistan remain in the Indian Constituent Assembly and sign the constitution, and after that many go back to Pakistan. And the others are absorbed by the Congress. Some made MP, some made chairman, some made MLA. This is the secularism. Then what happens? In Kerala, the first communist government is disbanded, thrown out by Nehru. And after that, Muslim League does a very interesting thing. They split into two, tactically. So one becomes secular for the communists, and the other becomes secular for the Congress. So say the very word Muslim League, you tell me, and then look at their demands. Let me ask this thing. When this teacher's hands were cut down in Kerala on a question paper thing, what was the stand of IUML? Tell me that. And that IUML demands Shariat to be imposed in Kerala. Is that secularism? What secularism Rahul Gandhi is preaching? And is Congress secular? Tell me what do they mean by secularism? Secularism means total break of religion with state. That is the definition of secularism. Secularism definition is not this, that you go on aligning with communal parties, whichever communal party is it, of any religion it may be, whether it is Muslim, Hindu or anyone. This is not a part of secularism. And they call, and tell me this answer please, this is the most crucial point which I have raised, that a country partitioned on religion and Muslim League's demand, how come their members remain a part of the Constituent Assembly and sign the Indian Constitution in 1950 and then go to Pakistan? What are they talking of? How many districts in Kerala today? Go and examine, send your reporters, constantly demanding Shariat to be imposed in Kerala. Any progressive step, you tell me. What was their stand on Shah Banu case? What was their stand on triple talaq? Their own women, how they treat. And they are calling themselves, and Rahul Gandhi giving them a statement of secular. What is Rahul Gandhi himself? Is he secular? Then why does he call himself a Janeudhari Brahman? Why does he run after temples? It is only vote banks. And this statement also is an appeasement statement for his politics. The lust of power in his mind is so much that he can do anything to try and come back in the power. That's his game.
Sure, whatever his motive may have been, or whether there isn't any, like the Congress says, but the moot point here is about why this entire controversy has been triggered in the first place, Atiq-ur Rehman, is because of that word secular, which was used for the Indian Union Muslim League. Now, as far as the definition of secularism goes, like Professor Kumar was also pointing out, the fact is you have to be religion agnostic. You have to separate religion from state. So when a party then goes on to say that we primarily focus and we're centered around one particular community and their well-being, are they then secular? They may be a recognized party in this country by the Election Commission. They may have members of parliament. They have their right to be, but are they secular? That's the question we're trying to debate here.
So Poonam, if secularism means a party and all the parties who claim to be secular should be religion agnostic, then I do not think, you will be counting any of the Indian political parties to be secular. Point number one. Point number two is, if you regard a political party or an organization to be secular, I think the ideology and the literature of their party needs to be taken into consideration. And if you read the literature and the ideology of the Indian Union Muslim League, I do not find it to be a communal party. That is why in that context, it need to be counted to be secular, because the literature and the ideology of the Indian Muslim League is in this thing with the Indian Constitution. If it violates the Indian Constitution, if it says a particular group of people based on the issue of religion, caste, color, creed are not Indians or second-class Indians, then it is communal. Now look at the literature of the RSS or the Hindu Mahasabha. They do not recognize the Muslims and the Christians to be equal citizens, because the Muslims look towards the Kaaba and the Christians look towards the Vatican. They are
sure, but the RSS is not a political
political
outfit.
party which claims to be.
Poonamji,
The RSS is not a political
The
outfit.
political party,
It's not contesting elections.
but they have members in the. They have members of the in the government. The government of India consists RSS members into it. They are cabinet ministers. So are they communal or are they secular? By the yardstick of religion agnostic, no political party in India has a right to say that they are secular.
Sure. So as far as the
the end of the
constitution
day,
and
what
the
is the
definition
solution?
of secularism goes, Mr. Panday, then nobody can claim high moral ground, neither can the BJP. That's the allegation against you. It's not a communal party, the IUML, because they have done a lot of work in the state of Kerala for the community, not just for the Muslim community, but several others. Several other minorities as well. That is on record. You can't deny that either.
Poonamji,
Can you
what
then
is
deny the kind of good
what
work
is
that
the
they're doing
agenda?
and then push them into a corner of being communal?
Poonamji, what is the agenda of IUML? It is well known and the whole world knows this. Congress party also knows this very well, that what is the object. What is the reaction of IUML on the issues like triple talaq or halala or cutting hands or Sharia law is well known to all the people. The issue is why Rahul Gandhi is going and giving certificate to IUML as a secular party in America. That is the main question. We know IUML is the child of Muslim League of Jinnah.
He's a
Whole
free
country
man,
knows.
sir. He's
Why
in the
Congress
United
is doing
States.
this?
He's on a personal trip there. He's meeting people. A
Why
question was
Congress is
asked to
doing
him.
this?
A question
I'll
was
tell you,
asked to him
let me
about his
complete.
alliance with the
Just
IUML.
complete. Allow me to complete.
He's free to
10
have his
seconds.
opinion, isn't he?
No, I am saying why he's doing, that's the main point, that even he's supporting Jinnah. Jinnah was created by Congress party. I am saying why. The reason is only one. To garner Muslim vote at any cost. Even at the cost of breaking the country. You know, at that time they supported Jinnah to become Nehru and Jinnah both partition the country to become Prime Minister. Today again Rahul Gandhi is doing the same. Rahul
But
Gandhi
things
is
have
trying
changed,
to
like
create
Sujata Paul
again
pointed
this
out.
problem.
Like Sujata Paul pointed out.
See, you know,
Things have
joining
changed.
hands-
Can you completely deny that?
Poonamji, electoral alliance and other things cannot change that what is the objective and ideology of a political party. And
But it's a
why I am
recognized
saying
political
you can
party in the
read that.
country.
Why I'm saying how Jinnah, Jinnah was also dealing with Congress party. Jinnah was part of the Congress party. Is this true or wrong? Tell me. Jinnah was dealing with Congress party. When Jinnah was opposing Khilafat movement, all Congresses went
Sure.
to the work for Khalifa. What
Sure,
we have
Sujata
seen
Paul,
is
you had a
I'm
rebuttal
only
to make. Go
adding.
ahead.
I think, there's something wrong with the entire BJP. Because what we are talking about is post-independence, we're talking about 2023. If IUML is a recognized party by the Election Commission, and there has been nothing found against
We all
it,
know that it is a recognized party. Certificate is being given by the Rahul Gandhi. That's the point.
Mr.
We know
Panday,
that
you had your time. Now she waited patiently. Let her have her say. Go ahead, Sujata Paul.
let me tell you about the IUML, which was formed in 1948, and finally, and of course, they're right about Nehruji opposing them initially. But then RSS also had Golwalkar, Savarkar, everybody was put into jail by Sardar Patel. But that doesn't mean that RSS was not allowed to blossom in the country. And look where we've come today. But let's talk about IUML. Their founder's son actually joined the Indian Army when the Indo-China War of 1962 took place. Their Education Minister of Kerala he founded and
Sujata
established
ji,
the
so tell what was
largest
their ideology in
Sanskrit
1947
university
and what
in
is
Kerala.
their
Let me
ideology?
finish. You can
Have they
listen.
changed
No,
their
have the
ideology? Tell
patience.
me very
Atal
frankly.
Bihari Vajpayee. Listen, Atal Bihari Vajpayee sent a minister of the IUML to Geneva, and I want to know if there are 4 MPs of IUML in the parliament. Is the prime minister inaugurating a parliament which has anti-nationals or which have people who are
Can I
considered
respond?
to be
I don't think,
communal
Sujata Paul,
Christians?
anyone
Why don't
called
you
them
answer
that.
this question?
I don't think anyone
Can I
called them
respond to
that.
this
30 seconds,
No, no,
30 seconds, Rajeev Panday, I need to get in, before I end this, I need to get in Professor Kumar as well. 30 seconds,
Only,
Mr. Panday.
I'm saying nobody is saying that IUML is not a recognized party. It's a member of parliament. The issue is the objective. As Sujata Paul is saying, earlier they were bad, now they have become good. So let them ask what development has taken place in the ideology of IUML. Still they are supporting Sharia law. Still they are saying put the women behind the veil.
Sure.
Burqa ke andar rakho.
Sure,
So
we
what is the
all
development?
know the comments. We all know the kind of comments that have been made from all sides, the IUML in this case or any other political parties. But Professor Kumar, I'll let you have the last word on this debate. We're talking about whether or not a party is secular and why this entire controversy has come off Rahul Gandhi's comments in the first place. But like we've been discussing, there are members of parliament of this particular party who have sworn by the same constitution that every other member of parliament also does. They are recognized by the Election Commission as is every other political party.
वो एक गोली और दे देना.
Professor Kumar.
You see, I am surprised at certain things. Sonia Gandhi is on record by congressmen saying that she cried for the Batala House incident. So Congress cries for terrorists also.
No, I have objections.
Please
But
don't
let's talk
interrupt
about.
in between.
But Professor Kumar,
No,
no.
you may have any objection. If I am saying anything wrong, you interrupt me. I am
Professor
telling
Kumar,
you what congressman said.
Professor
Sonia
Kumar, I'm
cried at
interrupting you because
Batala incident,
I'm
please.
very short on time.
That
which
is
why
your secularism. That is your secularism, and please don't interrupt between me because you have no answer. So you already
Professor Kapil
did.
Kumar,
You don't
Professor
have
Kapil
answers
Kumar,
to
let's stick to the
points
point.
which I raised. You
Let's
have
stick
never
to the
answers to
subject
that.
at hand, please.
Please, anchor madam, stop her.
Professor
Stop her
Kumar,
in between.
Professor
I
Kumar,
didn't intervene in her.
Sure.
Let me complete.
Sure,
Let
Professor
me
Kumar,
complete.
but I'm very
Let
short
me
on time,
complete.
so let's just stick to the point at
Yeah,
hand, which is
second
about the
thing,
IUML.
Second thing, let her know this thing. Let her know this thing that the two-nation theory was given by Sayyid Ahmad and she have not read. Let her go and read the book of Sayyid Ahmad Khan, Dastan-e-Gadar.
Sujata Paul, please, let's keep this civil.
Don't
Sujata Paul.
interrupt in between. You people are half-read
No,
people.
he's speaking lies.
Don't provoke me
He's
and don't
speaking
prove me
lies.
wrong. Don't prove me.
pretend
Didn't
it.
Sayyid Ahmad Khan
Don't you
said
dare
that
threaten
they
me, understand?
please.
Don't
You see,
you
I won't
dare
debate with her.
threaten me.
Madam, I won't
Let's
debate
try
with
and
such
keep
kind
this
of
civil. I request Sujata Paul and the other three gentlemen on this debate.
Who don't know the facts, who only do dynastic
Okay,
slavery.
let's not get to name
I
calling.
won't-
I will leave it at
I won't
that.
debate
I
with
cannot
dynastic
encourage
slavery.
this going on between our panelists. Let's not get into this. We've had the controversy over Rahul
Why
Gandhi's
she
comments that were
interrupted
made
between- I never
in
interrupted between.
United
She
States.
doesn't have
I
anything
thank you
to
all for
say.
joining us here on this
Because she has
broadcast,
to
but I'll have to leave it at that. We cannot keep this going. We tried to have a civil debate, but the controversy, like I said, continues. On that note, we're slipping into a quick break here on this edition.